but then you go and make a new baby with your 20-something-year-old girlfriend because, child support's like a buy two, get one free.
Before the child was born, no woman should ever date you.
If it wasn't for double standards, women wouldn't have standards at all.
Yeah, we tired of going out. We cook, we clean.
Exactly. You should pay me every day for being beautiful. It's not easy to be beautiful. Do you know how much skincare costs?
No, yo digo que es mentira. Pues ese porcentaje tiene que puede ser un poco más los hombres, pero
be a little bad, but
es casi los...
Okay, I'll add you. Nice to meet you. Bye.
you see that? Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this.
Here's some more divorce dad math equations. Divorce dad math is seeing your children for 96 hours in a month and thinking that that's equal parenting time. Divorce dad math is crying to everyone you know that life is impossible when you have child support payments, but then you go and make a new baby with your 20-something-year-old girlfriend because, child support's like a buy two, get one free coupon at the store where you don't have to pay for that third round of child support. Divorce dad math is proclaiming that his child support...
Now, did you guys notice one thing? She went into 2.5, right? And it seems like the girl who was reacting to it cut it off. So when she got to number 2, and then she said, your 20-year-old something has a baby, that's why she's mad, right? She's upset at him for getting that young 20-year-old. But you know what's wild? We have to rewind it back and say, wait a minute. So did he? I didn't hear anything. Like, we don't know for sure. But this is what happens most of the time. The man was left after 14, 15 years or even 10 years of marriage. She decides she wants to see if the cat is still purring and get with a young whippersnapper, right? But this is the difference. He's an older man. I don't know. He probably was in good shape and he got a young whippersnapper. Rightfully so, because she can still produce. He had a newborn baby. That's why she's sad.
We have other options.
That's why she's upset. That's why she's mad. Not the child support. That reason right there.
Her before the child was born, no woman should ever date you.
Quick question. Are you going to keep the same energy for women who get pregnant and then date other men while they're pregnant? Are you going to keep the same energy for them, or are you going to be a hypocrite? Do we keep women accountable to the same standards, or is it a double standard?
It's not my fault.
That if it wasn't for double standards, women wouldn't have standards at all. Because I know a woman personally, unfortunately, that got pregnant with one man's kid, announced that pregnancy with like 3 or 4 other guys on Facebook, and then had a completely different guy there for the birth and the first couple of years of the child's life, even though the biological father had a DNA test proven that he was the dad and was begging to be in that child's life. And she's like, nope, you're just the sperm donor. She raises the child for the first year and a half of her life to think that some other douche canoe was her daddy while denying the real father access. And guess what? She was pregnant and announcing her all over the world with several different guys and still didn't care. So are we keeping the same energy for her?
Not gonna happen. No, not gonna happen.
She would post all over on her social media how much fun she was having going out on dates, getting together with all these other dudes while she was pregnant with some other man's kid. So are we keeping the same energy for her? Should men not date women that are also pregnant? Ew. To me, ew, because, you literally are sloppy seconds. There's proof of it right freaking there in her belly. And you're all up in there. But you want to be that bro? You want to be that cuckold? You want to be that simp? Go ahead. But anyway, I digress. Are you as a woman going to keep the same energy and hold other women accountable to the same standard? Never! Ew, gross. Don't date other men while you're pregnant. Or is it just men? Men can't date other women when they have a baby.
It's always going to be like that, right? And this woman knows that. That's why she's speaking so strongly about it. And why? Like, let me tell you something, right? Men hold women accountable. The reason why men hold women accountable is because they think they shouldn't. When it's proven, the things men say, when a man says you can't have too many men imprinted in you by being with so many guys, it's true because it affects you to be able to be loyal to one guy, right? You're always thinking about, oh, that guy I had before was 12. That guy was a 12, and you're a 5, not working. But hold up. Maybe that 5 can keep you satisfied. Or maybe that 7 keep you satisfied. But all you want is 12. Maybe even 8, 9. There's women out there like that. I'm telling you, no kidding, guy. I need 12.
I like women.
12 will kill you. But you guys know what I'm saying. I'm making a point here. But yeah, women have double standards and men can't. It used to be the other way around. I remember back in the day. Now, it's wild right now.
Y'all, we tired of going out. We cook, we clean, we shut the up.
Every time, please.
Please, Saber.
I'm tired of this working shit. I'm tired of this.
You know what? I believe them. I believe that they want to take advantage of a dude while they let him do nothing and still go party all the time. Why do I come to that conclusion? Look at them all laughing. They're drunk right now. They just came from going out. And they probably had a discussion. Hey, don't you want to live that soft girl life where you don't work? The man works for you, pays all your bills, pays your phone, gets your hair done, and you just lay up and give him some every now and then? Who doesn't? What woman wouldn't want to live that life? But that's not what it's hitting for right now. Men have woken up, men have awakened, and we're way past that. And take a look at them at the club. Now, you see this girl? I told you I'm cutting up all Gemini season. Young baby girls, all they want to do is get drunk, spend money, and bang. That's it. So guys need to be very careful. Because yes, I was once this age, and that's the only thing these young girls want to do. And I'm talking about this was 20 years ago. You think it didn't get worse? 20 years ago, girls were like this. When I was back in the States, it's 10 times worse now. They're doing it, and it's always been like this. They're doing it with older guys, right? So you know what? Those women may be able to get guys to pay their bills. They go older, but you keep that energy, which a lot of women like to have. Oh, I can't have a guy that's too old. You're not gonna get anything.
So, 51-year-old actor and comedian Marlon Wayans is in a paternity suit, which was filed by his ex and baby mother, who is the mother of his 1-year-old daughter. Since she's not working, she's asking the courts for a payment for child support up to $22,000 a month. Of course, Marlon's not having that. He claims that this is a classic case of a good, loving, responsible father shelling out child support that is over $18,000 a month to an entitled woman who decides that she wants more. And you would think that he would stop right there. But no, he continues to say more. He says, my mama and them would have lost their minds for $2,000. Yeah, maybe in 1924, but not in 2024. And since men are always telling women that they need to choose better, all I see is a woman who chose better.
Yeah. You know what? He needs to take that situation to court. He does. Right? And the reason why I say that, I seen one example, and I remember very clearly, vividly. I see it right now. I remember when 50 Cent's baby mother, he was giving her, I think it was 500,000, something like that. And she said it's not enough. She took him to court. So he was giving her 500,000 a year. She took him to court. And I think the judge gave her like 20,000. And I'm sure he was making much more than Marlon Wayans. So if Marlon Wayans is making $1 million a year and 22,000 is like what, around 260? How are you getting 25% of this man's money? I'm sure he's not getting the millions he used to because he's not doing the movies he used to do, right? See, people think famous, he has the money rolling in. No, it's not like that. Marlon Wayans is not 50 Cent, and 50 Cent got out of 500,000. So she's asking for 22,000. She's asking for 200 and around 60,000 a year. He needs to take that to court because the judge will rule that she probably gets 10 or even 8, and she's saying from her mouth, "I want 22." Don't give it to her. Take her to court.
I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but I do think that it's a red flag if a man doesn't have any platonic girlfriends in his life. But hear me out. I think that when men are able to maintain platonic relationships with the other sex, what that says to me is that you're able to create meaningful and sustainable platonic relationships without the desire of something transactional at the end of it. Like, if a guy tells me that he has no close girlfriends, like no close platonic girlfriends, I'm like, why? Is it because you try to sleep with them? Because ultimately, I think it's easy for men to treat women nicely when they're attracted to them or they think there's going to be some sort of physical gratification at the end of it. But what really says what your caliber of man is when a guy can have close girlfriends in his life and maintain that and sustain those relationships without the need of something transactional. Like, as a man, I'm going to judge you based on the quality of your friendships, and for me, I think it's easy for a man to put his best foot forward if he thinks he's going to get something out of it at the end of this, right? But if you are going to treat the women in your life to such a high standard solely because that is the energy that you put out there, for me, that's a green flag all the way.
These women are lost.
My point exactly.
They're lost. Who's doing that? There's not many guys doing that, right? You know what the saying is nowadays for almost everyone? Don't have friends, right? That's like, I don't want my wife having a bunch of guy friends. She doesn't want me having a bunch of girlfriends, right? Now, think about it. I would be girlfriends with someone I worked with because I do get something out of it. A work partner. That's a lot different. If I had a friend at work, that's a lot different than having a friend just to have one. I'm at a loss for words because why would I do that? And also, people are meant to get things from each other. So with male friends, you get something from those guys. Male friends can give you something. They can give you advice. They can give you certain things. Female friends can give you certain things too. But if somebody has a friend and they're getting something, it doesn't have to be relations. It can be something else. But platonic friends, that's not really meant to be. Men and women are not naturally meant to be platonic friends. It usually needs to be some sort of exchange. It doesn't have to be sex, but some sort of exchange. I'm not going to sit there and be buddy-buddy with a girl like that. We don't relate in any way. How are we relating? Just doesn't make sense to me.
As a lady, 24 hours after a man takes your number, you should bill him to know he is capable, or else you're wasting your time.
Are you billing because you're hungry?
No, I'm not hungry because I'm beautiful. You saw me with a good wig.
So I
you
should
make me
pay
with
you
a
for being beautiful.
Exactly. You should pay me every day for being beautiful. It's not easy to be beautiful. Do you know how much skincare costs?
It's delusional. But why should I pay you for being beautiful? That's, to me, is a ratchet thinking. Your mama, okay, why your mama? I'm sorry.
For you, it's a ratchet thinking. For me, it's a broke man thinking. For you, for to think that you cannot pay me for being beautiful, that's a broke man's thinking.
She just said, pay me for being beautiful. She's not ugly, but I would think you got to be a hot mama for a guy to pay you for being beautiful. And that you're not. Stop it. I think a lot of women need to be humbled because men can't go around acting that way, right? Men can't. A man can be handsome and still won't expect that. I'll tell you one thing guys do expect, though. Reciprocation. Guys expect being equal as women want it. And now it's gotten there. And so what are you bringing to the table, sweetie? That's what guys are going to say to you. Why am I paying you for living? You're showing broke and dusty. What are you giving me? Now, take a look at this. This is woman in Colombia, right? And ask them if they feel that way. The same thing that you just said, the lady before.
Solo el 21% de los hombres colombianos dieron haber engañado a su pareja.
So he said only 21% of Colombian men said they cheated on their partner. And that's what they had to say.
No. Entonces, ¿quién crees que engaña más?
Who do you think
¿Hombres
cheats
o
more?
mujeres aquí?
Men or women?
Pues hace poquito yo supe de varios hombres que me han dicho como así las engañé en una finca, están con los amigos, se invitaron otras amigas.
Invited some girls and it happened.
No, yo digo que es mentira. Pues ese porcentaje tiene que ser mentira. Yo digo que los hombres engañan más a las mujeres.
Now, let me tell you why men can cheat on women more. Because, and you see this. Look at this video right here. This shows a large group of regular Colombian women, right? So the way it seems, the way it looks on TikTok, the way it looks, especially the woman, that it's nothing but pros out there. There are a lot of pros out there, but that's how it seems. But you see a lot of regular women, and what do you notice? These women kind of sound like Filipina sound, right? It sounds just like that. So they're going through problems where their men may be cheating. They may feel that way, right? So you mean to tell me you think these women wouldn't date a guy coming from another country that wants love, and they're going through the same thing Filipinos are going through? You see what I'm connecting here? It's showing that guys that are coming from the West have a shot. Guys have a legit shot at getting with one of these beautiful Colombian women. Look at all these women were beautiful that I just showed. Let me show some more.
Mujeres, sí, porque el hombre pues lo hace como una vez, pues engaña, pues y más por la pasión del momento y así, y la mujer generalmente lo hace como por venganza. Tú lo hiciste, yo te perdono, está bien, pero voy a cobrar la mía sin que te des cuenta. O sea, yo digo que puede ser un poco más los hombres, pero es casi los dos. Solo que es que los hombres casi no lo admiten, las mujeres sí. Ah, es verdad. Sí.
¿Tú crees que es mentira de los hombres?
Completamente. Yo estoy haciendo una encuesta de eso. Estoy completamente segura. Tengo datos.
Yeah. So these women, and you see all those women were bad, right? Bad. And I bet you they're not in the pockets where you see women getting picked up at it. These women are different areas of Colombia. A lot of regular women out there.
Hi. Hola. Do you speak English? What are you doing today?
Shopping.
Nice. I don't know anything about you. What's your passion?
I don't know, dancing.
Let me see. Do a twirl.
No, me tengo que ir.
Aww.
Me están esperando.
Okay, I like that. Do you have WhatsApp?
Yes.
I'm gonna take a chance.
My man out here racing.
When are you normally free? 9 to 5? To study. Do you have Facebook?
Yes.
Okay, I'll add you. Nice to meet you. Bye.
You see that?
He got game.
My man was in the mall, raising him up a bad Colombiana, right? And she's a regular woman. You just saw a passport bro in the mall get him a Colombiana. And she speaks English, right? All you gotta do is be in it to win it. Be out there, especially if you learn Spanish. Woo! It's even better. But be out in one of these countries, learn a language, and just talk. All they can say is no. That's all they can say, man. Have a little bit of coolness to yourself. Only thing they can say is no, I'm not interested. And you're going about your day. And guys will go out and try that because they realize
this is the way.
Passport, bro. Passport. No. It's definitely more to life than dealing with that nonsense back home.
We always had the option.